Hey, what if you wanted to have a little bit of video inside your 15-second animation for Project 3? Let me show you how you would bring them in, where you can find some, and then other cool things that you can do to it. Some of the stuff will be familiar from what we've already done. Some of it will be, hopefully, brand new. What I'd like to do, I'm going to share my screen, and we'll go, first of all, we'll go to the internet, to the worldwide internet. Remember Pexels.com? So this place is really good for free video, free photographs. They're royalty free and they're financially free. You do not have to pay for these things. Yay, we love that word. So what I've got here is a whole bunch of videos. If you go up above and say, I just want to see the videos, that will give you basically everything here. And you can say, oh, a turtle swimming. If you roll over the image, it takes a second and then it loads it up. And then you can see that's kind of groovy. I might want to play with that. So you can choose something. Then what I'm going to do is go back to After Effects. I've got my blank new project window. I haven't done anything yet. And instead of clicking on new composition like we did before, where we brought graphics in and animated them, I'm going to say new composition from footage and go get a picture, a video of a couple jumping off of a boat, diving into the water and going swimming. And then they get eaten by sharks later. No, that part's not true. They just swim. It's all good. So what I want to do though is I want to customize this in a way that makes it feel more like I made it and gives it kind of a more consistent look. Right now, this is the point, right? We're seeing this. I don't want to necessarily see that. So I'm just going to click underneath in my timeline. You see us playing there in the timeline. I'll pull my timeline indicator back to the very beginning and then click off of that. So now nothing is selected. And now if I grab a rectangle and drag a rectangle over top of this whole thing like that, I've got control there of the fill color. I kind of like that fill color. Okay, I'm going to put that on there. And I've also got here, I've got opacity of that thing. And I can knock my opacity back to say, 50, 60%, something like that. I could type numbers in there. I just used the scrubber and called it close. Now let's hit the space bar and see what that does for our video. I kind of like how that tones it down, makes it look more like a background upon which I can then impose things like text, like logos. So then, for instance, if I said I want to bring in the word right here, I want to start with something and say there, I want you to go sharks. Maybe it's not a good idea, but I think it's kind of funny. I might lower the opacity of that as well to make it seem all, gooey. And then, of course, what I can do is there's my sharks layer right down here. There's the content for it. You see that? And then I can say, well, for transformation, I want that word to gradually appear. Right there, it's going to be opacity of 0. Whoop. Right here, it will come up as they're swimming along, opacity of 100%. Oh, maybe I won't make it 100%. Maybe I'll make it partially. And then back here, I can say, let's scrub that back down to nothing again. So now I've got 3 little keyframes on my timeline under opacity for the word sharks. And when I play that video now, it looks lovely. Sharks. So then if you said, cool, what if I wanted to make this 15 seconds? Right now it's only 7. So I go to my composition and say, doink, I got to go to my composition here. Composition settings, and here it says I'm 0 hours, 0 minutes, 7 seconds, and 10 frames. So that thing, I can grab the whole thing and say 1500 in After Effects language. That's 15 seconds. So then my timeline here says, oh, well, in that case, you've only got stuff up to there. And then it goes to my blue screen and it stays on because I didn't tell my blue screen to disappear at any time. So that will stay on, plays for the entire 15 seconds, goes back to the beginning. So then if you said, well, now I've got room on the back end of this thing, I can have that blue fade, I can have the video fade, I can have the logo come in, I can do all kinds of other stuff. So that's how you could bring a piece of video in, play with it, get some control over the color palette of it, fade some type over top of it. I don't recommend putting sharks over top of the divers. I don't think that's actually really a very good idea. They wouldn't appreciate that. But, we gotta have a little bit of fun once in a while. See ya.